This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We have an update on two projects in downtown Hazleton. Welcome to FYI on SSPTV and SSPTV.com. I'm Ken Carr and I appreciate your time on this Monday. Let's get to our FYI Standard Speaker headlines. Fire broke out this morning at a home on West Cherry Street in Tresco, claiming the lives of two family pets. Firefighters quickly extinguished the flames, which were contained to a bedroom. Two dogs did not survive. No one else was home at the time of the fire. And fire struck a Hazleton apartment building on Sunday just after 6 p.m. 8 people lived at 105-107 South Vine Street. Everyone who was home at the time made it out safely. One woman and two pets were treated for smoke inhalation. A firefighter injured a rib. No word yet on a cause. The investigation continues into the discovery of a man found dead over the weekend. Hazleton police say the male was found unresponsive in a vehicle on East Street near the intersection of Burner Avenue on Saturday afternoon. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton police. People lined the streets in Shenandoah Saturday for the 61st annual Schuylkill County Firemen's Convention Parade hosted by the Polish-American Fire Company. Mike Washko is co-chair of the Convention Anniversary Committee and chairman of this year's parade.
The last time the Schuylkill County Firemen's Convention was in Shenandoah was 25 years ago, which was 1990. It was our fire company's 75th anniversary. The reason why we chose to host this year's convention was because it's our 100th anniversary. So we decided it would be a good thing for the company and town as well. Planning stage was probably about 5 years. We put in to host this convention about 10 years ago. So for the last 5 years we've been fundraising to build funds for the convention and basically put it on, make sure everything was set up and everything was in place. The turnout for Saturday's convention parade was excellent. We had great weather. The community folks came out to watch the parade, plus we had a lot of other residents from outside of the borough of Shenandoah that came and watched it as well. So it was a well-attended event and the weather was in our favor.
Special thanks to Leo Perong for providing us with that video. Well, if you weren't at the annual St. Mauro celebration at Queen of Heaven Parish in Hazleton over the weekend, you missed some good food and me in an awesome red shirt that said, "Of course I'm perfect, I'm Italian." After the procession through the streets of Hazleton on Sunday, Father Anthony Generos led the faithful in the benediction, a service that involves bread Catholics believe to be Jesus's body. After that, the food stands were open, the music started up, and bingo was played.
Support is good. I think the high temperatures probably curbed the hunger on a lot of people, but I think we're doing about the same as we did last year, and I very much appreciate everybody who's come out and celebrated with us. Like I said, this weekend is about family, friends, food, and faith.
Coming up in sports, we'll take you to the annual St. Mauro Run for the Cannoli 5K race. Two major renovation projects in downtown Hazleton will soon be taking shape. Lisa Sugart has an update.
The Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress has been very busy with the revitalization efforts throughout the downtown in Hazleton. Krista Schneider is the executive director of DHAP here with the latest. I know that things are starting to go into full swing regarding the Pocket Park and the former Security Savings Bank building downtown. How are things looking? Are we going to be seeing signs of activity at those two places anytime soon?
Yes, well, the Security Savings Bank building, as you know, we were lucky enough to receive a grant from both the state and the federal government to assist with the design and the renovation of the building. So we hope to get everything, there's a contracting phase in that and the paperwork has to be completed, but we're hoping to get underway at least with the design phase by early October. And that'll be a really fun process. The Art League will be heavily involved in that process, as will, we hope, other local artists, other children, art teachers within the community, to really understand how the programs that could be offered in that building could really serve to attract more people and serve the community.
And we've seen a lot of activity at the Pocket Park. It's been very busy this summer.
Yeah, there's been some really nice use of that. The little Pocket Park is the vacant lot that sits in between the two buildings, and we had a little grant that we received, Keep America Beautiful grant that we received, that we were able to, and actually very nicely some flowers were donated by the Bob Smith's Floral. For the flower pots, and it's very colorful, and we planted some sunflowers and that. We have music every Friday for the farmers market. People have been volunteering their time to play music, and then we also have had Hazleton Power has been hosting outdoor movies there, so it's gotten a lot of activity. The big park on the corner, the city park, actually received a grant for the recent recently, and they hope to break ground. I think the city plans to break ground hopefully by early September on the first phase of renovation, which isn't going to be much on the interior of the park, but it will be a lot of the the Laurel Street sidewalk and some underground excavation work needed to clear out that rubble.
I think just seeing the signs of the work getting underway, it's an inspiration to everybody who goes by there, and I think that there's been a lot of interest generated throughout the downtown.
Well, that's what we're hoping. We want to keep the momentum going, and having the farmers market, on that block every Friday here and now in the summer has been wonderful. A lot of activity, a lot of people walking out for lunchtime and that. And so it's nice to see, really nice to see.
And we gave you that update, but it's hard to believe that First Friday will be coming, and it will be September, and school will be underway when this kicks off.
I know, it's sad. It's only 3 weeks away, but we're, a few weeks away, I should say. September 4th is the next First Friday, and we have a lot already on the schedule. Several art exhibits, a nice walking tour. It's going to be the featured event. It's going to be the Taste of Home. And it'll feature a lot of the downtown landmark eateries, restaurants, and the bodegas from the Hispanic food mart.
Wow, we're already talking September, hard to believe, but a lot is happening in downtown Hazleton, and Krista comes back regularly to keep us up to date, so we welcome you back soon, and hopefully we'll be seeing the signs of all the new progress that is being done with the park and the building, and really downtown Hazleton is alive. It's the place to be, so we hope to see you in downtown Hazleton.
Got some hot peppers from the farmers market, making sausage and peppers tonight. I'm sure you're very fascinated with that. Let's move on. After this break, we have some important safety tips as the heat continues in our area, and later in sports. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm smiling a bit more today, and that's because fall sports practice started on Monday. We'll visit with the Hazleton area football team.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The countdown continues to one of the largest street fairs around. There are just 26 days until Fun Fest 2015 in downtown Hazleton. The fun, food, crafts, entertainment, along with the big parade take place September 12th and 13th. For more information, go to funfestpa.org. And if I'm going to eat 14 potato pancakes in one day at Fun Fest, I should probably work out. Let's see what's going on at Core Fitness.
Welcome back to Core Fitness. I'm Christy, and this is my little friend today. I found myself a cheerleader. Janine tells me that's the song of the summer, but it's just for show. I get a lot of questions. What can I do? I have no time to exercise. I just had a baby. So she's going to help me out today, and I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do safely with your baby to get you back into your shape that you were in before you had her. So the first exercise is going to be just a squat, and you're going to hold her or him facing you. And while you do these exercises, you can actually just kind of talk to her or make faces at her, blow raspberries. When you get a little bit more advanced, you're going to start to press her up. Always safety first, okay? Make sure you have a good grip on your baby. You don't want to just kind of fling her around. Everything is slow and controlled. So your squats are good positioning, abs are tight. Make sure you have a good hold of her underneath her arms, okay? So your squat and your press. All right, and then you can start to add variations and press her out to the side, always talking to her when you're doing those things. Second exercise is actually a modified push-up. And this one's kind of fun. I used to do this one with my kids all the time. You can do this on your knees, and as you get more advanced, you can come up to a straight leg, and you're gonna come down and give her a kiss. All right, and you can start to blow raspberries on her baby, on her belly, start to tickle her, anything like that. Okay? And the third exercise is just gonna be a modified sit-up. You can do this with her facing away from you or at you. You can sit her right on your knees. If you can't pick her up yet and you're not quite that advanced, just lean back and come on up and give her a little tickle. As you get more advanced, you can bring her down with you and press her up. Down and press her up, okay? So those are 3 great exercises that you can do with your baby to get back into your shape. See you next Monday.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
It didn't feel like fall sports weather for the first day of fall sports practice for our area teams. Here's a nice shot at Harmon-Guy Memorial Field looking toward downtown Hazleton. And now here's our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service as they continue practice throughout the week. Tonight, partly cloudy, our low will be 66 degrees. On Tuesday, on the extended forecast, there's a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly after 1 p.m. Our high will be 85 degrees. On Tuesday, 30% chance showers and thunderstorms mainly before midnight. We'll get down to 67 on Wednesday. Another chance of showers and thunderstorms, 50% chance, high of 79. Wednesday night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, low of 67. On Thursday, another 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly after 2 p.m., high of 79. And on Thursday night, 60% chance showers and thunderstorms will get down to 61 degrees. And on Friday, why not? 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 a.m., high of 78. Friday night, hey, how about this? Partly cloudy, low of 60 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
With temperatures closing in on 90 degrees, Lisa Sugar gets advice from a professional on how to stay safe in the extreme heat.
Well, the temperature is definitely heating up. So how can you guarantee to stay safe when the temperature soars near 90 degrees? To give us some important tips today, we are pleased to be joined by our dear friend Dennis Gantz, who is the Director of Marketing and Education for APTS. That's the American Patient Transport Systems in Hazleton. Dennis, we talk to you every year at this time because so many people don't pay attention. They're out in the warm weather and then you get a phone call.
Right, we do. We do end up responding to a lot of emergencies when it comes to the heat. And this week with the weather forecast, we're expecting some pretty high temperatures, and hopefully we don't have to go out for anyone.
Now, what type of calls do you usually see typically when it is this warm?
Typically, you're going to be responding to a lot of our elderly living in their homes where they may not have air conditioning, or they may not have a climate-controlled environment, or we're in that time of the year where all the fall sports are in full swing starting today. So we have to be cautious, and the coaches in that as well, of any kind of heat exhaustion, dehydration, things of that nature that may take place during the practices.
If someone is outside in the warm weather, what are some of the warning signs that they are being impacted by the heat?
Well, one of the things is the lack of any kind of perspiration or sweat. Once you stop doing that, you're already at the point of dehydration. You'll probably have some chills. You may even have some nausea, headaches, feverish feeling with that. So you want to be cautious and constantly drink plenty of fluids. Water is the most easiest and accessible to get when it comes to replenishing, but if you're playing sports like the football team's practicing or any of the other fall sports, they're going to have the different kind of sports drinks with the different electrolytes that need to replenish that from all the hard work they're doing.
Even though they're younger, we see a lot of accidents involving athletes because they, I guess, take for granted that they're in great shape and they ignore the warning signs. Yeah,
that's that toughness kind of an attitude that we all try to have when we're playing sports, but you need to drink. It helps your performance. When you're hydrated, you perform a lot better. And also, if we take a look, Lisa, at our workers that are outside working today, whether they're PennDOT or we talked about roofers just a little bit ago prior to this little segment. Anybody working outside, landscapers, you want to make sure that you're also staying hydrated as well.
What are some other tips? I guess basically stay indoors. I know every year too, you guys would always say like, go to the mall, walk around out at the mall.
Absolutely. The mall's a great place. They're doing a lot of improvements out there, so there's a lot of things to do. It's climate controlled. A lot of folks go out there in the mornings to do their laps and walks, so take advantage of it if you're not doing anything. Go out there, spend some time, relax. They have plenty of seating out there now. Go to a movie. It's the summer, the kids are off, take the kids to the movie. You still have the pools. There's a lot of local pools that you can go to, amusement parks, things of that nature. But make sure you give yourself some time to stay into a shaded area. Take those breaks and plenty of sunscreen, especially with these temperatures this week and the sun being as hot as it is.
And don't do your exercising if you are going to do it outside during the hot times of the day.
Yeah, try not to do that. You want to try to exercise if you're a morning person. Get up early when it's nice and cool, or wait till later in the evening.
All right, well, some very good advice if you need to be out in this extremely warm weather, and hopefully you'll take Dennis's advice so we don't need to be calling APTS anytime soon.
We hope so.
All right, thanks for joining us, Dennis.
Welcome.
To stay cool, if you're a news anchor, wear shorts underneath the desk. There's a tip from me. And here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 267, pick 3, 293, pick 4, 5486, and pick 5, 91211. Your midday winning lottery numbers on FYI, brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency, with 2 locations to serve you, one in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue, the other one in Nescapec on Broad Street. You can call Boyer Insurance in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescapec at 570-752-7683. When we come back, it's sports on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
High school sports are now officially back. Today, our local athletes took to the field to begin the fall sports season. We stopped by the Hazleton area football practice today as the team started double sessions. Last season was the first for head coach Mike Brennan. Brennan and the Cougars finished with a 1-9 record in 2014. This season, the team will look to be a competitive football team, and Brennan is fired up for what year 2 has in store.
I'm enjoying myself. I really think going into the season, it's been a long time since I've been as excited as I am right now because of what these kids did in the off season. They worked extremely hard for us. They put a lot of great time in the weight room. They're a great group to coach. They're hardworking young kids. So it's exciting in 2015. Last year, there's that first year uncertainty, and now we're over that.
Monday was the first day of fall sports practice for all sports around our area. We'll kick off our 2015 football previews next week on FYI. Sunday was a record-breaking run for the cannoli at the St. Mauro Festival at Queen of Heaven Parish in Hazleton. The Run for the Cannoli is part of the Greater Hazleton Festival of Races, and it's run by Dino Alberto and his wife. Dino is the man who talks auto racing with us in the FYI Fast Lane. Here's a sweet fact. The filling for the cannoli is homemade, and the sweet treats are donated by Neil Chirico, the owner of Alta Pizza in the Hazleton Heights. Oh yeah, the race. Zach Maines won the race and set a course record with a time of 15 minutes and 44 seconds. Kelsey Cameron was the first female to finish. We'll hear from both of them tomorrow on FYI. Russ Kanzler made his return from the DL for the Iron Pigs on Friday. He came into the game as a pinch runner and he scored a run. He went 2 for 4 at the plate on Saturday, and on Sunday he was 0 for 4 as the Iron Pigs took a loss to Pawtucket. The Rail Riders, they lost in extra innings on Sunday. Joe Madden was featured on SportsCenter recently. Check out on our Facebook page. We have a link to that story. Now his Cubs, they lost on Sunday, but they still hold the second wildcard spot in the National League. Ron Marchetti still holds the title of coolest person on this newscast. Here he is with Trivia Treats.
What Major League catcher cost his team a game by picking up a ball with his mask? Hi everybody, this is Trivia Treats. In a game on this Monday, this day, August 17th, exactly 20 years ago in 1995, the Pirates scored 3 runs in the top of the 10th at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers rallied for 3 of their own to win in the 11th, 11-10. The winning run scored on an odd play. With the runner on third, the potential winning run, the Dodger batter swung and missed the pitch in the dirt. Pittsburgh rookie catcher Angel Irv Carnacion casually picked up the ball with his mask. Dodger manager Tommy Lasorda appealed, citing an obscure rule that awards a runner 2 bases if a catcher uses his mask on a thrown ball. The umpire agreed and waved the winning run across the plate. Mother of God! Way to go, Tommy. I'm sure there are Major League managers who are not aware of that obscure rule. I was one who was not aware of it. Who holds the NHL record for most goals and most points in a career? That's an easy answer. The great one. Wayne Gretzky holds that record for most goals, 894, and most points scored, 2,857, which is nearly 1,000 points ahead of second place Mark Messier, who had 1,887. This trivia is not debatable. Also on this day, Jim Maloney of Cincinnati pitched a no-hitter in 1965, exactly 50 years ago, against the Cubs in 10 innings at Wrigley Field, which was almost 2 months to the day that Maloney held the Mets hitless for 10 innings before allowing a home run to Johnny Lewis in the 11th to lose 1-0. On that day, his club, the Big Red Machine, who scored a record 825 runs that year, failed to score for him. Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. Come join the 2015 Shenandoah Parade of Nations this Saturday, August 22nd, with a parade at 10 o'clock showcasing 21 nations, including a snapshot of the Shenandoah Mosaic. There'll also be day-long festivities in Girard Park, including ethnic food, vendors, artisans, and entertainment. For more information, call 570-462-2458. The Dancing in the Parks Youth Dance Series continues this Thursday, August 19th at Grand Street Playground. Admission is free. Dances start at 7 p.m. and go till 9:45. There'll be snacks, refreshments, and games available at some dances. Music by DJ John from the Strand. For more information, call 570-929-2224. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town report. FYI News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of George P. Urishin. Mass will be held Sunday, August 23rd at 11:15 a.m. at Saints Cyril and Methodius Parish, with a burial September 16th at Arlington National Cemetery with full military honor. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on Channel 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner is Harold Meyer of Drums. Harold, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104, to win your free movie.
We'll be giving away 2 tickets to this weekend's IndyCar race at Pocono Raceway, so stay tuned to FYI for that and much more information this week. We'll see you on Tuesday. Take it easy, everyone.